He's a really good kid. He tries so hard. I think he lost confidence last year, and that was totally my fault. I made a bad decision, and it was not a good match. I was babbling. On the first day of first grade, I was standing in front of EJ's teacher, babbling. It was not the first time I had played the role of crazy mother, and it won't be my last. I desperately wanted to summarize the last 6 years, especially last year, and explain in great detail the child I was handing over to her care. I was skeptical, jaded, and completely untrusting. I was scared. I sensed he was feeling the same. I was looking for some judgment in her eyes. That's what you get for placing a brown boy in a school with mostly white kids. I was looking for annoyance, impatience, but instead, I saw a great deal of empathy and compassion. "He's going to do great," she said, and then she hugged me. This summer, I was having coffee with a new acquaintance, and she was talking about raising her kids. When I complimented how awesome her kids were doing, she says, "It truly does take a village. You just have to find your village." I thought about that a lot after the hug. Often, the village we start this journey of motherhood with isn't the village we end up with. Finding a village that fits can take years, and for me, it's been a bit of trial and error, increased selectivity, and some big disappointment. Being the mother of a child of color who is adopted in my very white world can be lonely. It can be isolating. They really don't tell you that. There have been amazing constants in our life, who we would literally never could have made it through or make it through without. And we have also seen some people go, some more quietly than others. But finding a village isn't just about finding those people who will babysit or give parenting advice, but rather those who are willing to walk this journey with you, help fight the battles, and support and listen to the things they may not even understand. Those who will celebrate the amazing moments with you while helping you learn from the tougher ones, who will give you a hug when you need it the most. As mothers, we all have similar worries: sleep, eating, school, safety, friendships. But when you're parenting a child who's experienced great loss and trauma in the first months of life, and they also happen to be brown, your worries can look very different. Your daily life can look very different. I'm the only brown kid in class. No one else is adopted. Why does she think all brown people are Ethiopian? She poked me and I went down to the office. Why do I always get in trouble? It was only in the last few months that I truly understood the loneliness and isolation that can come with that. Ironically, it was around the time when I began feeling not so alone. Around the time when those questions stopped, and I sensed he felt less alone as well. I feel grateful that in addition to our permanent village, we have settled the last few months into a new community that has become our village. I know and can see that EJ feels the impact of this village as well. I watch a 6-year-old grow increasingly comfortable in his own skin, embrace his uniqueness, and celebrate his successes as they come, having the confidence to learn and make mistakes safely. I like to think some of this is a result of some decent to good parenting, but I know most of it wouldn't be possible without our village. Now surrounded by friends and colleagues who share and understand my worries as a mom to a brown boy and who have similar experiences, it has made me realize what I've missed for the past 6 years. I feel supported in ways I didn't realize I needed. Being able to discuss issues about race in a safe place where people understand without judgment or hesitation and can offer advice has filled a hole in my mothering and in my spirit. Having others share in my outrage when yet another unarmed Black boy, who reminds me of my own son, has been murdered, has allowed me to feel my fear authentically and without explanation. Gathering with friends that can relate to the stages and experience in adoption that some parents will never go through has offered compassion that has helped me through. Knowing we are all working towards the same end goal has made me feel a part of something much larger and not just a family of 3 finding our way. For the past 6 years, I have often thought about how it must feel to be EJ and be the only person of color in his family and the only one who is adopted. I think about how lonely and isolating that must be for him. But I never really acknowledged how isolating it can be as a mother, how lonely it can to walk a path that no one else close to me is taking, how many tough decisions I would need to make, and how many bridges I would ultimately burn. More than the importance of finding my village is the ability to come out of my own isolation, to be freer in the ways I navigate through my daily lives of being a mother. The wall is not up, and I feel more myself than I think I ever have. Things that felt heavy before feel less cumbersome and more manageable. I don't need to explain as much. I don't need to hold back. I don't need to back down when I feel outraged or sad, and I don't need to second guess things or apologize. It can be very lonely. It can be isolating, in many and different ways for all three of us. But I feel a great sense of pride about where we are today and how we got here, and a great appreciation for my motherhood village, all those who have helped us and continue to help us along the way. And every day, I can't imagine taking any other journey with any two other people. A few weeks ago, we were driving home from work and school, and I looked in the rearview mirror. I could literally see the growth, happiness, and confidence in my almost 7-year-old. Hey, buddy. Yes. Have you been happy this year at school? Do you really like it? Yes, I do. Me too.